Can you give me a brief on the end user storage market? How has it shaped over the years with SSDs coming into play?
If you look into the end user storage market, specifically wherein a typical customer is concerned, SSDs are yet to make a dent in the need because the growth of data is so exponential that consumer is generating today not gigabytes but terabytes of data on a daily basis. So in an ideal sense, I don't think so SSD would have a bigger play in a consumer market. Yes, they do exist in the high ends of the market where people want and in either ends of the market where people want mission critical performance from a drive, or on a very low end scale if you look at our smartphones, digital cameras and these things. So these are the two venues where they do exist, but yes, today in economies of scale, it's still yet to make a presence of itself. But from a size of a market, it's growing exponentially. The amount of data which we see getting generated is far beyond what we had thought or conceptualized a few years ago.
Okay. When you look at the storage market as a whole in the Middle East and Africa, what sort of products are the most hottest selling ones, especially for WD?
For us, the biggest acceptance or the biggest game changers have been our external products.
Okay.
Primarily because of the growth on the laptop and the other mediums of computing, whereby a desktop or a PC, the growth is limited. I would not say it's going down. In this market specifically, where still the PC penetration was in an infancy. But if you look at it, the range of products which we launched, be it the My Passport Ultras or the My Clouds, giving the flexibility up to the end users. And the second avenue has been surveillance. So for our purple drives on the surveillance front and the red drives on the NAS. Because these segments are a growing segment or the vertical of the market at the moment.
What sort of market do you see for gaming solutions? You have hard drives just specifically meant for gamers. Do you see a huge potential for those products as well?
We have been investing on this segment for a while now. We started with the Velociraptors, which still are vouched for, and people swear by those products in terms of performance. Lately, we did launch our Black Square, which again is a game changer for anybody who's gaming using a laptop in a small form factor or a 2.5-inch platform. In this region, if you look at it, gaming, either it's underground, that it's not seen that much, or people are compromising. So that's why we have gone out, reaching out to these people and trying to educate them that yes, you want to have the best cooling mechanism in your PC for gaming, you want to have the best of the processors, you want to tweak them, all these sorts of things, but it's the hard drive which is the heart of your experience. And so there are a lot of campaigns and things. As a matter of fact, in the last 2 years, this community has grown. The amount of acceptance which we have seen, or the inquiries we have seen from even smaller, far-flung countries coming in for a gaming community, where they had like 20 groups of 20 people or 30 people, and them writing to us or trying to find out where and what. But it's still in its infancy. It's yet to come up.
You spoke about acceptance of mobile devices and laptops and tablets. You've been focusing more on your personal cloud solutions as well. How has that taken off? What kind of acceptance do you see in this market?
In all the markets where the broadband is fairly good enough, the acceptance has been tremendous. Because that is the only artery which keeps this thing alive. So until unless you have a good internet connection, people tend to blame the device without realizing that the bottleneck resides in the internet connection. But of course, in developed markets like Dubai, the acceptance has been tremendous. One friend making sure that his entire group buys it just because of the sheer experience.
What sort of announcements can we expect from WD, maybe of your mind, new products or new developments happening, new technologies?
If you look back at WD for the past decade, we have been surprising the market with announcements, be it in capacities, be it in size of the drives, be it in form factors. So there would be things coming up, and I don't want to steal the thunder from our marketing folks and our PR team on that. But yes, there would be a lot of thunder coming in.
Okay. Coming back to your hard disk drives and external drives, we've seen SSDs and flash drives now increasing the capacities, and one of the companies recently announced in terabytes for SSDs. In that scenario, what happens to hard drive solutions? Do you see people still going in for hard drives, or will they? Of course, there's a cost advantage when it comes to hard drives and external devices rather than flash-based storage devices. What sort of scenario do you see maybe in the next couple of years?
The basic ideology or the thought behind is that why would somebody go in for an SSD? Yes, if he needs he wants to save 3 extra seconds at the time of the boot up of his PC, or he wants to save a few mini or microseconds while the application's open. But having said so, he's compromising on the space. So you rightly mentioned a few companies have just announced that now they're going to come out in terabytes. But we need to look at the affordability of these terabytes as well. We as common people in this market who have a PC, a laptop, for us those 3 seconds are not worth spending $300. Still, we are in maturing economies. We are yet to get there that $300-400 is a disposable or an impulsive purchase. So still, a hard drive will remain the heart of a PC. And that's why if you look at the newer products, we are coming very close or comparable to the performance of an SSD in certain products, certain applications. So yes, we don't want to steal the comfort or the experience of an end user. But that's a work in progress, and we're trying to bridge that gap in terms of experience.
Okay. Coming to the business side of the solutions, how do you work with your channel partners? Do you have any new partner programs in place? Do you maybe appoint new channel partners in areas where you're not directly present? What is the scenario in that front?
Okay, so we have a two-pronged approach to the channel. One is an educational side of it, where we want to enrich the selling capacities and the capabilities of the salespeople in these reseller channels. And the second is to incentivize them to get educated, to upsell, to stand away from box moving, and rather get into solution sellings and upsellings. So all these things are a work in progress. So if you just look at it on the first side, we have a program called WD University, where we encourage all our channel partners, and even in some cases the end users, to come and get trained. Where for each product, each module, there is a training, online training and a certification. So it's not just that we want you to get trained, but we test the train and we certify. And the second thing is the MyWD, where the resellers can enroll, and we keep on coming out with incentives for them as motivators, that this is what you need to do, channelizing them towards the new technologies, the new way of go-to-market and these things. So it's an ongoing process in which we keep on engaging with the channel on a very regular basis.
Do you have plans for any road shows, any seminars, maybe any training programs, especially for channel partners?
As a matter of fact, we keep on having such events on a weekly basis. This week, if we speak, we have at least 3 events going on somewhere in the region. We have 2 in North Africa and 1 in Saudi. We had a similar thing last week. So we work on a very intensive calendar of trainings. We don't tend to have a big event where we call in 100, 200, 300 people and dilute the focus. So rather than doing that, we have very focused trainings, very focused channel events. And of course, we always have once a quarter a big event for our partners.